Oh boy, you're in trouble. What up, Los?
Yo, what's good? It's good, man.
Oh man, just hanging out, brother. This is this marks episode number 10, double digits.
Mm,
Um,
nice.
yeah, after 2 months, man, it's good to be able to still be consistent and still be, moving forward. But anyways, how you been, bro?
Everything's all right, man. Everything's all right, Same old. Just
Yeah,
lucky to be breathing. Count my blessings. Things could be worse. It could be raining hellfire on top of me. So we got it good.
but you always keep fighting.
Oh yeah, man. There's always a fight, bro. We always fight. There's always
How,
a war. There's always some type of war going on, bro.
how are your
Always
Jets
some type.
doing? How are your Jets
Oh,
doing?
and then my Jets took that W from them Philly Eagles. Not
Okay.
to front. I was surprised as I was surprised as all hell, man, when they took that W, man. Because I really was not expecting them, man. I was not expecting them to beat the fucking Eagles. I didn't count that down. I didn't count that at all on the schedule as a win. I thought it was gonna be a big L, but
But it wasn't.
um, yeah, it wasn't. They wound up coming and taking the W and coming back from behind, and that was awesome.
They
You know,
they still have that quarterback.
Patrick. We talking about Zach Wilson?
Yeah,
Yeah, they still got
yeah.
Zach Wilson. Yeah, I'm not. I really don't like Zach Wilson for nothing, bro. But um, I still don't have too much confidence in him. I don't at all. But he did well last game, man. I mean, I can't even say that he did well, man. He did okay, but it's like Jets defense is what keeps them in games. They have a great deep. Their defense is
Yeah.
what keeps them in games. If we had a decent quarterback, man, that's able to throw. I mean, listen, once in a while, Patrick. I mean, this dude Patrick. When I'm saying Patrick Mahomes, you know why? Because I was just checking the Chiefs game. That's why he's in my head. But I was just saying in my head a little while ago before you called, like, this dude Patrick Mahomes is a beast, bro, a beast. But let me go back. Zach Wilson. Once in a while, he throws something. You see something out of him. You're like, whoa. Once in a blue, like that, you might think that maybe he has it in him. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And then a lot of times he does some shit, and you're like, oh my god. Like I don't know, man. But we can't put it all on him because the Jets' offensive line is trash. So like if he had a little bit more time maybe back there, maybe he's able to do something, with that rock. But a lot of times he's under pressure, man. And even him being a young kid, able to move faster than Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah,
Um,
he's
still
doing
get
Zach Wilson, yes, 24 years
yeah,
old. He was born
yeah,
August 3rd, 1999.
that's crazy. Young ass kid, he's faster than this dude. So it's like, I mean, you have to have a young guy. So even with this dude, I mean, with his experience, baby, he's able to get that ball out. Yeah, I don't know what he was going to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not like the old Aaron Rodgers who was able to, he was able to even, rush the ball sometimes. Like when that pocket was collapsing, he'll get
Yeah,
away. I've seen him get, and maybe complete a pass or maybe, scramble for 15 or 10 yards, not even being all that quick. But you gotta have a young guy that's able to move around with that type of offensive line, not being able to block the way they can. And even with Zach Wilson back there, bro, he still gets sacked and gets hit hard. So imagine the older dude who really came over around. So even if he didn't, fuck up his Achilles at that time he did, who knows how long he would have lasted? Who
yeah.
knows? Well,
It was
not for no
crazy.
offensive line.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. The Giants beat the Commanders today,
Yo,
14
yeah,
to
I seen that. Yeah.
7. And guess
Yep.
what's happened? Guess what's happening October 29th, Sunday at
Yeah.
1 p.m.
Yeah. Jets and Giants, baby.
Me and you,
Jets
bro.
and Giants. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's dope that you actually keep up, you know,
Yeah. My
with
Jets, man.
football like that.
I love our Jets, man. I love the game of football, bro. Like, it was I don't know, when I came to PR, it was something new. Like it wasn't like we grew up watching since we were baseball, we were baseball family first. As soon
Yeah.
as we could, we was in Puerto Rico, we were in the league right away. Like my brothers were in the Pampe League, and I was in the league called like it's Coquis. So it's 8 years old. From I think it's like from 7 to 8, and then my brothers were from 4 to 5, which is the Pampe League. Like, and it's
Mm.
not T-ball. They're actually throwing it. They don't have T-ball in Puerto Rico. They don't put the shit on a tee and tell you to hit it like they do out here. No, bro. It's like they actually have pitchers. Your coach pitches to you, and he pitches to them underhand. So but those
Okay.
little kids, man. Yeah, but so like when we came over here, it was the movie The Little Giants that just came out, and it was that
I'm
movie.
yet to see it. I have to see it.
Oh man, you gotta watch that, bro. You
It's the
gotta watch
second time you
The
tell me
Giants.
this too.
Yeah, man. You gotta watch The Little Giants, bro. It's a classic, man. And it was that movie. Watching that movie, then we started watching football. We watched the Giants. I mean, all the time. And that's when they had Rodney Hampton as their running back, Jason Steenhorn. They had LT at his the end of his career. That was the old team, the old team back in the day. So it was like there was some legends on that team, but I don't know what's something about the Jet that attracted me to them. They were always the underdog, but they always seemed to fight hard, but just come up short. And me, I always, I don't know. I guess I have the soft heart for the underdog team.
You said
So
that when you came from Puerto Rico here, it's pretty much like the first time that you saw football. Do
mm,
you think now in these times there's people playing football in Puerto Rico?
maybe, maybe I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't think it's like all like that. Because I mean, shoot, Puerto Rico, man, like the biggest sports are baseball and basketball.
Uh,
Puerto Rico has its own like NBA type of league. Each town has a team, and every year they play for a championship, and that's a big deal. Like I remember one year I went there to visit, and Lo Vaqueros de Bayamon, which is the town I'm from, Bayamon, they won the championship that year. And I mean, I knew that because gunshots was going off, and as soon as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they won the championship. Pow, 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 pew, pow, pow, pow. And we're like, what the hell is going on? And I remember my uncle saying, oh, the Los Vaqueros ganaron el campeonato, they won the championship. And I was like, oh shit. So they started fueling over, crazy. But
wow.
baseball, growing up baseball, everybody wants to be Roberto Clemente out there, even though he was even past even my time. I never got to see Roberto Clemente play, but everybody wants number 21 because he Roberto Clemente was a legend. You got other great Puerto Rican players too. Like my favorite Puerto Rican player was Bernie Williams, Burn baby Burn. Number 51, New York Yankees baby. You know, um,
Well,
yeah,
here's
but
a here's an interesting fact. Puerto Rico's top baseball circuit dates to 1938.
oh
I
yeah,
guess when
back.
it was established as a semi-professional league featuring six teams. And this
Wow,
thing came up. This question: did baseball originate in Puerto Rico? And this came up. It said the game of baseball was introduced to the island in the late 19th century by
hmm,
Puerto Ricans and Cubans who had learned the game in the United States.
wow,
Wow,
yeah, yeah. But baseball is a big thing here, man. I mean, they have like before the season, it was a
interesting.
big parade. Big parade. They'll have a parade, and it was kids. It was a kids league, but they had a huge parade. All the teams in the uniforms and a big parade. It's like big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the games will get crazy. I mean, like it was. I would see some college teams out here playing with 3 people in the stands, right? Well, meanwhile, when I
Yeah.
was playing, I was 8 years old. Them stands used to be packed. I'm
Mm,
talking about they would have their chants, they had their timbales and sirens going off, and parents fighting in the stands and crazy crap. And man, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
that's
It's a
beautiful.
big deal out there. Yeah. Mm,
I've always wanted to be a part of. I love that. I've heard throughout the years that when Puerto Ricans get together, traen la conga and other instruments, and entre la familia, están cantando, bro.
yeah.
Bro, I really hope in the future I get to experience that because I'm an artist. I create
Yeah.
music too, so to be able to just to like freestyle something, as long as I know the tempo and how fast they're
Mm,
going, I'll
mm.
freestyle something. But but you've been a part of that, right? I'm obviously because you're
Yeah.
Puerto
Yeah.
Rican.
Funny. On the
And
Christmases, man, like that,
do you have a specific songs that within generations that you guys sing to each other?
man, I mean, yeah, yeah, of course, there's songs, bro. Like, there's a bunch of songs, but like we don't do it no more like we used to. See, like
Yeah.
it's kind of like we listen to the music though. Don't get it twisted. Like we'll play it, right, and we'll have those memories. Like, oh shit, you remember when? But like back in the day, I can remember having uncles playing guitars, and then we had the maraca playing, and my stepdad with the guido hitting the rhythm, like, and
Mm.
everyone playing something, and then everybody singing the song. So like one of the songs was like just a old Christmas song playing Christmas time. It was like, si no me da te beber lloro, si no me da te beber lloro, si no me, right? They go like that. Or esta es la trulla pa que te levante, esta es la trulla pa que te levante, esta trulla está caliente, right? They start singing that shit. Somebody won't pop up. They go to their house and start playing that shit in front of their house. Like, yo, what's the nigga? So and so like, oh, let's go, get in the car, bloop, bloop, bloop. And they'll drive to his house, get in front of that nigga's house, and start playing that shit. Making that, get the fuck out. Come on, let's go. Come on. And we take them back.
Come
You
party
know what
with
I mean?
us. Let's go.
Yeah,
What you doing
yeah.
in bed? Let's go.
But yeah, that type of thing is like, because families, it's not like back in the day, man. Like, people used to
Yeah,
come
a
from
lot
Puerto
has
Rico and
changed
they would stay over, for the weekend, and they'll come from Jersey, they'll come from all over the places. And now it's like, it's just dead. All it takes is like that one people to keep it together, to like, for like one stupid type of misunderstanding.
to
Like,
happen and
oh,
separate everything.
like that, and everyone separates and
Hmm.
they fuck up. Someone you're so tight with, an uncle you're so close with, but something so lame and so stupid all of a sudden is beefing with you, and you're like, what the fuck? And then that shit, that feud sometimes could last for years.
Yeah.
Like something simple. I'll say something like, in my family, have one of my uncles, Jose, a great uncle, man. I love him. He's always awesome. He's making a soup, something, and he said something, and my grandpa said, hey, what's in that soup? And he said, oh, I put a sock in the soup. Just joking around. And my grandpa,
Yeah.
being a proud man, Puerto Rican dude, takes that to offense, and all of a sudden they're boring until my grandpa's about to die of cancer, and they don't talk, you know, and
Wow.
they don't talk until so his deathbed that he can come to him and
And
le pide el perdón and all that shit, and that's something so stupid because that's our family used to be so tight, you know, and then all of a sudden everybody's going a separate way. Christmas is just us,
right.
and yeah, yep, yep.
It, it
That's
happens
how it
like that,
happens,
bro.
man. Dumb
Yeah,
shit.
really. Yeah, it's crazy because that's something that goes on throughout in my family. But I won't touch
Yeah,
base on that. But
yeah, it's that
anyways,
family.
look real quick. So
No.
earlier this week, me and Carlos we recorded this episode,
Mm,
War on Monday, right? Because we were
mm,
getting ready to shift our episodes to drop it on Fridays. But I started to try to use this new software that it failed on us, and I
mm,
had so much issues uploading it that for several days I tried it, and like I said, I'm not an expert at certain things, so you know what I'm saying. So I just told Los, "Hey man, we gonna have to be recorded," But
mm,
and if I figure it out, I would love to upload it. But one of those topics that we talked about in that first episode that we recorded that I couldn't upload. You were telling me that you had a chance. You were in a position to become a Marine, right?
yeah,
And I know you got into an altercation where which my mom was present that day, but
mm,
she was just so
mm,
happened to be buying a coffee at
mm,
7-Eleven. But
mm,
can you walk me through that? How did
mm,
you lose that? Well, how did you lose that? Well, obviously we were going to talk about war, but
yeah,
um, how did you lose that opportunity of, or you know what, even better,
mm.
did you talk to a recruit? You were ready to go to boot
Yeah,
camp.
yeah. I took the ASVAB and everything, and right there was ready to do a commitment. And soon enough, I could go swear in and broken all the things you have to do, And I
Yeah,
remember my recruiter telling me like, "Yo, you're gonna go. You better go like ASAP." And me being like, but hey, my my girl's pregnant with my daughter about to be born. Like, I can't just dip out. Like, I gotta see her being born. It's like,
Yeah.
ah, man, like, I'm from the hood. He's like, I'm from the neighborhood. I know what goes on. And it's like, there could be a situation where you could just, and me just being a kid, not thinking anything, because honestly, I wasn't even doing the shit that I used to be doing. I fell back. You know what I mean? I fell back from like everything. I was just staying home. Like one of my boys, Elvin, he came from Japan. He was in the Marine, and he had a big like just seeing him and knowing that we were best friends in high school, and we used to break dance together and shit, and seeing how different he was and everything he had now, and like so it was like a motivation to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be there with him. Like that was my boy. You know we
Yeah.
did so much stuff together in high school. Like we did drama club. We didn't play sports together, but we did drama club and we did plays together. And yeah, it's funny, right? You would never think a gangster like Los doing drama club, but yeah, that's right. It's a fact. Like I was a talented kid, and that's usually what happens. The talented kids, we get the gangs. They get attracted to us, you know, and instead
Yeah.
of preserving or maybe keeping me on the right path because I could be something, they stick you in a situation. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But yeah. So instead of listening, I could, and just a stupid day. Like it wasn't even on me. Like I got into an argument with a 7-Eleven worker. Dude straight up was bugging on me. A week before that, he bugged on my mom, and I remember yelling at him like, "Hey, that's my mother, asshole. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And
Mm.
when he saw me, he automatically had a whiff, you know. So
Yeah.
like it
Grudge
was something
that.
so it was something so stupid because I just bought beer from there and he didn't ID me. And when I said, oh shit, I need to go get cigarettes, so I went to go back to get the cigarettes. And he was like, let me see your ID, and I was like, are you kidding me? I just bought beer, you ID me, you gotta ID me for the cigarettes. But I had my ID on me, so I was reaching my back pocket, and he was like, "Fuck you, my friend. Fuck you. Suck my dick, my
Yeah.
friend." I was like, "What?" But see, like at first, of course, right? You know, shit, someone starts talking like
That
that.
fool
Listen to
just
me,
let his emotions go. He
bro.
just
I
bursted
never,
out.
you know me. I never hesitate. Exactly, right? I never hesitate, bro. Before you
Yeah.
start with that, I'm already in your face because I'm not gonna give you time to think about it. What? But you're a 7-Eleven worker. The 7-Eleven is packed. And as soon as I look to my right, I see a line of about 30 people, and I see the big screen TV with my face just beat red. You know what I mean? Like, so, and then
My
the
my
story that
mom
was,
my parents being one of the they were
yeah,
on the line when that
they
happened.
were on the line. That's a
Yeah.
fact, right? So my girl grabs me. She's like, come on, let's go. So she's pulling me away, and this dude just jumps over from behind the the cabinet, the thing they stand behind.
Yeah, the
He's
counter.
grabbing. Yeah, he's looking behind underneath the counter, like to grab something. I'm like, what the fuck? So when he jumps out, he got a bat. And he jumps over and he takes 3 swings at me. I block my girl. I put my left hand up. He hits me 3 times with the bat. I was about to crack my shit, bro. Like my shit was fractured. It was broke. It was hurt. So she dragged me out, and I don't know. My brother was happy to be around the area when he's like, what's going on? I tell him he goes in there and he wants to get into it with him, and a whole big chaos happened. And they said we tried to rob the store at gunpoint. And there was no cameras that day because they shut the cameras off. So yeah, that's how I got railroad out of my life. You know what I'm saying? To like,
The
but
Marines.
yeah. So it's like, things happen for a reason, right? Who knows? If
Yeah.
I would have went at that time, definitely, right? Because what I signed up for was infantry. Like I wanted to be the dude kicking the door down with the M4 in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted
Yeah.
to lead a platoon. I wanted to be a platoon leader. I was already a platoon leader. You know what I'm saying? So why not
Yeah.
do it for the Marines? Like everyone, and like I said, with my family they serve. Someone served somewhere. I have cousins that were in the Navy, flew jets. I have cousins that were in the Marines. I have uncles that were in the Army, the paratroopers, things like that, and so forth down the line, man. So a lot of us, you know, speaking of Puerto Ricans, a lot of Puerto Ricans served in American wars since the beginning. Even the war of independence, you could find Puerto Ricans in history fighting for America. So,
Wow.
in a way, we earned our way, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we fought in those wars. We fought. We joined up. We fought. That's the way. That's where you try to get those. Don't even get it twisted, because we still don't got the respect that we should have. Because we still considered, you know, less than nothing to many people, especially people who got that type of mindset. You know, but
Your brother
that,
your brother Jordan
huh?
is your brother
Yeah,
Jordan in what branch is he?
he's in the army. He's a staff
Okay.
sergeant in the army right now. He was stationed in South Korea, and we're so proud of him too, man. Cause he's been, I mean, he actually listened to me, man. Cause it was a time in his life he didn't know what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? He like,
Yeah.
You know, it was like a time, I guess in a lot of families, and I'm not saying it's the
Confusion.
right way. No, it's like a time like where they, yo, you're about to be this age, time to get the fuck up out. You know what I'm saying? You're like trying to figure it out,
Uh.
even though you're a kid, type shit. But anyway, so he had to figure something out quick. And I actually called from prison and he got on the phone with me and he explained to me the whole situation. I was like, bro, like, go to the military. Like, this is what you need to do. He was still like in 11th grade when he was talking to me. I told him, yo, you need to do ROTC. When you do
Mm.
ROTC, you'll go there with a rank. That's what I did. I was in ROTC in high school. So I was planning right out of ROTC, going to the military. I would have went already with a, so instead of going, so if you just join the military now, you didn't do ROTC, you'd be a private, right? But a dude who does ROTC, which is Reserve Officer Training Course, you'll go as a private first class. Right? Or maybe even
Why?
qualify to go to, huh?
Why do you think that? Why do you
No,
think that? Because you
that's the
get.
gig.
But why do you
That's
think
the gig.
is because you guys learn certain things that you will learn in the
Mm-hmm.
military as well beforehand, right? Is that
Yes,
why you guys
beforehand.
get
That's what it is.
enter with
Exactly.
more of a privilege type thing?
Yeah, so you get a higher rank, bro. So you'll be at instead of going at E1, you'll be E2. You go in right away to private first class. So it's smart for kids that are in high school and they got ROTC programs or plan to go to the military to join
Yeah.
ROTC first, right? They find out the way it is. They learn everything they need to know, like what's going to happen in recruitment, what are they going to be looking for, blah, 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 teaching them cadences, marches, everything, depending on the branch, because all ROTC programs are different. Like I was in Air Force ROTC, and, say obviously I want to go to Marines, but it don't matter. You still have that basic. So, like ROTC, like I said, it's junior ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps. So it's training you to be an officer. You understand? Essentially, right? Training you to become an officer because even out of boot camp, if they see something in you, right, they could somehow, some way get you to go to officer candidate school right out of boot camp, right? And then if you pass that, then you could get them butter bars, which is being a lieutenant officer. But anyway, I spent over to Jordan, and he actually, we sat talking for like 2 hours, man. And he went, he did it, and he has a, his career, he has a beautiful career, bro. He's doing his thing, and some people that join the military, it's not for them. It's not for them. They leave in 4 years. They can't wait to get the F out. They can't take discipline. They can't take it. But for some other people, it's for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it would have definitely been for me, bro. But like I said, if I would have went at that time, that was the Battle of Fallujah. All the Marines went to Fallujah, and that was around the same time. I would have been there. I would have definitely touched ground in Fallujah. You know what I'm saying? Dude, where the
Wow.
snipers were just popping dudes. That American Sniper movie came from, right? That
Mm.
was Fallujah. When he was there, Chris Kyle was getting all them kills. He was saving Marines who were getting clapped. That's what he was doing.
Wow.
Yeah, because Navy and Marines, see, the Marines are a branch of the Navy. Yeah, it's like the branch of the Navy Department. It's the same thing, bro. That's why you got the Eagle, Globe, and Anchors. And what's the anchor is a symbol of the Navy, right? So Marines is like essentially a branch of the Navy. So a lot of times you got Navy corpsmen in Marine platoons,
Yeah,
which
like
a Navy
watching their
corpsman
back.
is a medic. No, he's a medic. He's a medic. Navy corpsman
Oh,
is a
okay.
medic. But you also got Navy SEALs and they'll be doing operations together and shit like that. But yeah, so shit happens. It is what it is. But that's it, bro.
Wow.
I should have listened. You're a kid. You don't listen. You think you know it all, right? Like,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be good. I'm not doing the crazy shit I was doing. I'm good. And look at that, something so stupid. And the thing is, if I would have stayed posted right then and there, right, instead of bouncing, because your street thought, right, tells you to leave. I ain't
Mm.
talking no cops. Let's get the fuck out of here. But if I would have
Yeah.
sat there and talked to the police, it probably would have been different.
And would have told them what
I
happened
probably, yeah, because I had a witness with me. You know what I'm saying? She like, this dude came out of this fucking. He hit me with a damn. I didn't. I had
with
no
a
gun. I
bat.
had nothing. Yeah, they said we tried to rob the store at gunpoint. And then when they
Wow.
figured all that shit out was bullshit and wound up going from a robbery to an assault charge. Like, how the fuck is this dude from a robbery to an assault charge? Because it was just a fight at the end of the day. And they knew it was bullshit, the detectives, but they said, well, we still gotta lock you up. It's bullshit. Then why are you locking me up? But it's railroad. You get railroad, bro. You get railroad. You got a judge that don't give a fuck about you. You know. I mean, I
And
was
but
in there. I was in there with a kid, right? Who a kid did
yeah.
13 burglaries. A white boy did
Uh,
13 burglaries. On his last burglary, there was an 80-year-old man in the house. He beat the man up with a lamp. With a lamp. and he had a $1,500 bail. His mom was a doctor, his dad was a lawyer, and my bail was like at $50,000.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying to you?
And
How
you
they
ain't it
so
wasn't even as worse as what he did.
13 burglaries and then beat up an old 80-year-old
Wow.
man with a lamp, cracked him. He's in the hospital about to die with his craziness, and he had a $1,500 bail. Daddy's a lawyer, mom's a doctor, whatever, or reverse, whichever, whatever. Still come from something better than. And my shit was at
Yeah,
50 G's.
they're in a position of privilege.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
bro.
they got, especially being having a mom or dad lawyer, bro.
Come on.
Shit, even if you don't hire them for conflict of interest, man, they know people. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Take care of my son, you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, that's wild,
Yeah. So
man.
he was mentioned.
That's wild that you lost that. I mean everything works out according to God's plan, man. It was part
Yeah.
of it was meant for that to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But you don't see it like that at the time. You know, you're a kid, so you go up angry.
Yeah,
So like since they did that to me, I was angry. I started working out. Right. I got my weight up. I was like 235. I had my weight up. I was working out like.
but you definitely felt like you could have made it to the boot camp.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Come on, bro. Like when I was an athlete, a top athlete, I'm not no scrub. When I say I'm an athlete, bro, like I mean, bro, like
Yeah.
I was a top athlete. Like every time I played in high school, something like I started. I wasn't a bench warmer. I wasn't. You know what I mean, like I did my thing, and that was just the discipline that came from the way I was raised and from martial arts when I did karate. My dojo was in a sense in itself too, like a traditional Shotokan dojo, bro. Them senseis were hardcore, man. It wasn't like nowadays where it's all like they can't even talk to you crazy because they probably get no people to sign up, you know.
Yeah.
But they were hard on us, bro. Yeah, if you did bad in school and your parents came and were like, "Yo, yeah, he's messing up in school. He's failing classes," they give you something called ibuke, which they line you up in a circle and they'll get some senseis and they'll straight yam you up, beep beep beep, bop, beep, beep, blah, 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 in a circle. Yeah, you want to be talking back to
Wow.
your parents, being stupid. Oh yeah, ibuke, which means is Japanese for punishment. So yeah, it was like that. We had a lot of discipline. So those type, I come from the old school era. What I'm saying? Like we still had that respect type thing. So that discipline,
Yeah.
yelling in my face and all that, bro, that was nothing new to me. Like you see
Okay.
boot camp videos now, fucking people, you know, recruits crying and breaking down. I can't do this, sir. No, what the hell? Like, and I'd be laughing like, wow, bro, lame. Yeah, but that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted because you got those who could have been, something great. You shit on, and when they shitted on me, like I just on my brain, right, my stupid way of thinking was like, all right, now I'm gonna become LK number one, nigga. Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going up top, and I'm about to just smash everything. And I mean, I can even, you know what? It was in the brain, but once you see what you see, once you get into that compound and you see that first tongue hanging outside someone's cheek, your whole mentality changes, bro. Like even if you like maybe I'll try to be good, I don't really want to get in trouble. Nah, man. Once you see that, you're like, no, no, no. I'm not gonna become nobody's victim here, bro. And
Yeah.
so yeah, bro, it changes. Like it changes you.
And that's how it is. A lot of times that mentality is when you go to a hood, a new hood especially, and it's crazy, You're either gonna become, a victim, or you're just gonna be somebody who's gonna stick
Yeah,
up and stand their ground, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it,
I mean, I think that's how I saw that when we were kids, bro. Because I mean, I would just be in front of my house, and here comes a gang, somebody walking 6 or 7, and I'm playing ball in front of my house with my little brothers or something, and
yeah,
all of a sudden they on us, and a lot. I can't say in the beginning that I was the one looking for it. No, I was never the one looking for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to go to school, right? And I'm getting shit in school, having to walk home through areas where there's gang initiations going on in every freaking corner, you know. And
yeah,
eventually, they get tired of trying to beat themselves up, right? They get tired of slapping themselves around. They look at the outside nigga just walking by, and that's what they're gonna fuck with, and that's how it happens. Eventually, like after a while of getting slapped in the face 2 or 3 times, you get tired of that shit. You're like, what? Nah, fuck this, bro. Because
yeah.
I
You don't want to
wasn't.
be a victim
Nah,
anymore. Oh,
nah, hell no, exactly, bro. Like I can't say, oh, I was born there. Nigga, I'm gangster since day one. Nah, that's all BS, bro. I don't want to hear none of that. Like I was just trying to be a good kid, bro. But it was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was happening in school. Then they had stupid shit called Poppy Knockout Friday, where the Morenos just be posted up on the lockers waiting for Spanish to the world by, and they try to knock you out. They try to see if they can knock you out. You know
Wow.
what I mean? Yeah. So that type of crazy shit that was going on. Like bully times 10. Fuck the cyberbully shit is, bro. Like you was actually getting your ass kicked. Fuck talking shit. You was getting your ass beat and then embarrassed. Like take shit.
And
And
then
then embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Then embarrassed. Then you
Domino
getting your ass beat.
effect.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
you were getting the shit in school with the girls looking. Oh nice. Yeah. You slap you slap your head. Stupid. I got push you. Stupid shit like that, bro. And eventually
Yeah.
you get tired of it. You get tired of it. You say, what? Fuck this. The first time I fought back, bro, and I'll never forget, man. It was, man. I mean, it was probably the best day and the worst day because after that, it just put a bigger target. Because when you beat somebody else, oh, you think you tough because you beat that nigga up, you know? And I never
Yeah.
forget to the teacher, right? A teacher that saw me getting in with the dudes that I was getting in with because it was more than one, right?
Mm.
And he saw what I did, how I handled myself. So when he saw me in school, he came to me in school, right? And he said, "Hey, I put my money on Mr. Zayas against all you motherfuckers." Like that. So
Damn.
I'm like, what? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh, get the fuck out of here. And I'm on crutches because I broke my foot on football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got my money on him. Yup. Like that. So, stupid shit like that starts and it snowballs and it's over from there. Now you got to keep continuing putting up. You got to continue.
That's
You got to
crazy. So
continue.
even though you pretty much well that was before way before you even try to join the Marines. But
Yeah, that was
even though
big.
after this happened that you didn't join the Marines, it did
Mm-hmm.
not mean that you was still not at war because you was fighting
Nah.
your own war. Everybody
Oh
has
yeah.
wars, you know. That's what this
Mm-hmm.
episode is called, war. And it's crazy because I'm kind of happy we didn't record this. I mean, well, kind of happy whatever, with uploading the audio, having issues with it happened because
Yeah.
a lot has happened since Monday.
Mhm.
And one of those things, I remember you telling me this too, um, that was gonna happen was, and this is, and what I'm talking about now is what's happening over there in Israel and Gaza and that war, they have with the Hamas.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if you heard about this, but uh, after 14 days of agony in Gaza, two American hostages has been released by Hamas.
Oh wow. Mm.
Yeah, Judith Ranan, 59 years old. I may be saying her last name wrong, and I apologize. And her daughter Natalie Ranan, 17. Her up this upcoming week she turns 18 from Illinois. They've been released, but is the stats from what I've not the stats but the news from what I have researched is Hamas is still holding over 200 hostages. Okay,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm assuming they haven't done the groundwork yet. They haven't entered because not because but another thing that happened was the U.S. Navy warship in the Red Sea. Yeah, so if you look at the map of Israel, Israel will be like towards like the left, and then there's the like a big strip, the Red Sea, and the
Mm.
U.S. Navy is like, I guess at that port, just
Yeah.
strategizing. But they shot down three missiles and several drones that were
Mm.
launched from Yemen,
Oh.
potentially towards Israel. The
Oh
Pentagon
wow.
said, yeah.
Wow.
So that means
Yeah, man.
I'm assuming there's other groups that want to get involved, you know, because I've also heard of that what's that group called the Hezbollah. They're you know that's another militant group that
Yeah.
one of the deputy leaders said today, well, not today, but they said that their people are pretty much ready to go to war with Israel. The statement that he made was, quote, we are trying to weaken the Israeli army and let them know that we are ready, unquote.
Yeah.
So I guess they're ready to help Hamas, I guess. I don't know
Yep.
what's going on with that, but anyways, I want to pause and talk about that for a second,
Yeah.
because this is something that you've mentioned to me, like when we would talk about it. It's like, bro, like, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they try attacking from a different angle.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Definitely. Yep. Um. Yeah.
it's crazy,
It
man.
don't surprise me. It don't surprise me. I'm not like I stopped watching. Like I stopped like going because it's just man, it's just so much shit. You know what I'm saying to you? And
Yeah, it is.
it really stresses me out. Um. And it shuts me out for both points, man. Because don't get it twisted. Just because I spoke on history, right,
Mm-hmm.
on who was there and what happened and who who God promised the land to and all that stuff, right, and what I believe that's my beliefs, right. Everyone has their own things, but I still don't believe in innocents dying, man. I still don't believe in little kids, getting hurt, man, and that's what
Yeah.
happens when you bring the war like you do. Like you go up in a town, you chop babies' heads off, you rape girls like, what did you think was gonna happen? All
Mm-hmm.
that anger, all that. Why do you think should have went when you was like we said, like you should have brought that anger when you saw your neighbor practicing maneuvers, getting ready to for a potential
Yeah.
ground attack.
For
You should have
attack. Yeah.
told him.
Prepare, getting
You
ready,
yeah.
practicing. Yeah.
You should have told him, yo, chill out with that. You like you don't even like I got kids, they're gonna bring hell down here and no, they kept quiet. They let them do what they're gonna do because they hate each other, man. Like and it's not like a hate because okay, I mean, they hate the Jews and they actually make moves to kill them. In history there's actually been moves made to wipe them off the earth. Like I don't see the Jews making any moves on anybody else.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying to you? I don't see them in history going around. I mean, let's slow that down because it's happened though. It's happened right in biblical terms in the Old Testament because God had told them, "Hey, there's the people here. You got to get them out. These people are no good. Practice
Yeah.
child sacrifices, doing all these things, and they got to be gone. And if you allow anybody to live, you know, eventually you're gonna be praying to their gods. They're gonna mix in with you, and it's not gonna be a good situation. But I'm more than sure. I'm more than sure that a soldier, right, comes across you know, 20 kids that they found somewhere hiding, right?
Mm.
There was instances where they were let go, you know,
Yeah.
because who just
Yeah.
goes nuts and just kills babies and does all this? Nah, man, like, 'cause it's just we're human. We have to we pick, we pick, you know. So I'm more than sure because obviously they survived because obviously their blood still runs to this day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if they would have did what God told them to do, wipe them off the face of the earth, then them people won't be around today. And
Wow.
they're around for a reason. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So they ain't listen to God. So that's their punishment for not listening to what God tells you to do, right? And
I'm.
then you got the people that grew up hating you because they look into the history, they see what happens. Like, oh, those are the people that they did this to our people, hundred years ago. Like, no, we got to kill them
Yeah.
all. Like, we got to get rid of these, like shit like that.
Yeah. And
But
they teach
and
they teach their kids probably the same thing so that hate
yeah,
could
bro.
regenerate within generations. Yeah.
Did you not see the
Damn.
video of that 5-year-old boy sitting there, a little Jewish boy sitting there in the Gaza, and the kids hitting him with sticks? The Palestinian kids hitting him with sticks, telling him to say Mima, say Mima, say Mama, cry for your mama, laughing at him, hitting him with sticks while that kid is shaking, and like, come on, bro. You know
Yeah.
what kids do that, bro? What kids do that? What kids do that, bro? Like that is not right. Homie, that is not right, bro. Like, when you teach that shit to your kids and your kids, they got it. Like I said, it's a deep rooted hate, man. Something that we can't understand, bro. Like, like, and then for people here, for these educated monsters that we have
Mm.
in Columbia University and Harvard to actually sit there and protest and to stick with this shit, like it's okay to say it's
Yeah.
okay. The worst type of people is those educated fools that they just they think they know fucking everything, bro. Like, cause let me tell you something, man. It don't look good on any sense, man. When kids die, I don't care who did it or what. It's not good.
Yeah. I
It's not
agree.
good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Cause just because you know, let's say that they came and they killed my kids, bro. bro, I'm not going in there killing your kids. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not gonna. I couldn't bring myself to do that. No way. You know what I'm saying to you? No way. No way on earth.
Yeah,
Even if my kids, I just had to bury my kids because you. No, I'm not gonna kill your kids, bro. Like this is not happening, bro. But
kids are innocent, man. You know.
kids are innocent. Yeah, and that thing is,
Yeah.
you see it passed down. Man, yep.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's. Nah, I feel you, man. There's a lot going on over there, man. I've been trying to keep up with it. But there's a lot. I mean, I guess Israel's getting ready to gear up because they called up to 360,000 army reservists who who are on a reserve list to come fight, which amounts supposedly to roughly 4% of the nation's population. So it's getting real, man. There's a lot of people who's lived here in the U.S. who's been called up, nationality from Israel, and they've answered the calls and left their families behind to go fight. So it's getting real, man. It's getting real, especially with this when everything is going on. But one of the statements that I think I lost Carlos here. I want to keep going. Um, like I was saying, with the whole, reservists, like Israel is getting, from what I'm assuming and from what I have read, they're pretty much getting ready to prepare for ground offensive. They're ready to get their soldiers, I guess, jump into Gaza and try to fight the Hamas, I guess, to wipe them out. Um, but it's starting to get a little crazy, man, because that Hezbollah group, um, the statement from a top official from them, he said that he vowed that Israel will pay a high price whenever it starts to ground, whenever it starts a ground offensive in Gaza Strip, and he said this yesterday, Saturday. So he also made a statement that that the militant group is already in the heart of the battle, meaning I'm assuming in their state of mind, in their mind, they're ready to go to war. We lost Carlos here, but that's fine. We'll keep it going. Anyways, uh, there's a lot that's going on over there, man. It's something that we definitely gotta look out for and just keep reading, man, because it's interesting. I know that I guess Biden is trying to pass a bill, from what I hear, of if I'm not mistaken, it's for $100 billion in support for Ukraine and Israel. So I'll be trying to stay posted up on that and see what happens with that. You know, um, it's crazy because we have two wars going on right now, and I feel like we have a president that's not mentally fit to. Hey, Los, turn off your camera. We got Los back on here,
This is
but
crazy.
no, I know. I kept it going. I was talking
Yeah.
about his statement that the Hezbollah group made. Um, they made they made hey Los.
Yo, I'm here. Yo.
All right. Yeah, so they made this statement that their militant group is getting ready to attack if something happens, if the Israel, my bad, Los, there's something going on with your microphone. It sounds weird. Yo, well, we're gonna keep going. My bad, guys. Anyways, so, but passing this whole putting this whole Gaza thing in Israel, we'll take notes on it and we'll keep going. Keep trying to stay updated to that. It's important because there's other people that want to get involved in it too. From what I see, all the militant groups. But Um, yeah.
Yo,
On the other, there you go. I hear you now.
I don't know what the hell's
Oh,
going on.
look, it's all good. We'll keep it going. Sad news, right? We'll put the Gaza Israel thing, right? And we're gonna move to the next segment.
Oh,
A
great.
little sad news. Uh, the actor Burt Young passed away. I don't know if you guys know who Burt Young was, but if you guys seen the Rocky movies, he was most famous for his role as Paulie in the Rocky film series. He unfortunately passed away at the age of 33 years old. So, um, I've seen him in the Rocky movies and then in a few other movies as well. Well, not only movies but series as well, because he came out in the Sopranos series too. So, but it's unfortunately that he passed away. So rest in peace to Burt Young, aka Paulie. Anyways, we're gonna keep moving forward. Um, so guys, I've been trying to strategize on getting you know some guests on this podcast. I had the opportunity to talk to a really good friend of mine. His name is Jay Figures. Jay Figures, and we locked in, and we locked in a date. He's gonna be on episode number 12. Um, he, he's look, Jay Figures for me, man, was a voice for the hood when the violence was going on because he had this beautiful song. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about Brentwood, but there was a point in a period where a point in Brentwood where they found like over like I think over like 8 bodies, with the war that was going on there, going on with gangs. And one of those people that passed away was Kayla and her best friend, which I don't have her name in front of me, but we'll get more into details about that on the next episode. On Not the next episode, I'm sorry, episode number 12. Um, he grew up in Brentwood as well. I went to school with him, we're same age. But I'm looking forward to having him on because I really want to talk about, I want to get into the conversation about
Yeah,
talking
man, this is
about
crazy.
talking about Brentwood, and Carlos is back.
Yo, I'm back, man. We have a little technical
Yeah,
issues, man, but we
I
here.
know. I kept it going. I was just telling the people that on episode number 12, I have a buddy of mine, Jay Figures, that he said he's down to do the interview. So we're gonna have
Yeah,
him on, and it's interesting about him because I believe if I'm not mistaken, man, he actually grew up in Brentwood. You know, um, and he was
yo,
that one dude that remember when that situation happened with that gang, with that organization where Kayla and her best friend died.
yeah, yep, yep.
Well, he had done a song, and I was trying to look for it on YouTube to remember because I had told you about it and I wanted to send it to you, but I talked to him, and he's working on trying to see if he get me the song.
Oh, that'd be
But
dope. That's cool.
yes, because you got to hear that song. That's what I was saying when you were when you disconnected that
Yeah, man.
Jay Figures at that time, in that all that drama was going on. I felt like
Yep.
he was the voice for the hood because he made that song and a lot of people heard it, and it's and yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be
Not for
episode
nothing,
number.
man. When that happened to those girls, man, that's what woke a lot of people out to slumber though, because see, in itself for me too, because when that happened, man, that's when I got involved more in the community. See, we actually went and we spoke to the chief of police, and we were the parents and people who had lost people and lost kids to do gang violence. We actually stood here and see, we had a meeting with him, voicing
Yeah,
our opinion, voicing our cries. Like, what are you guys doing about it and all that, man? And like, I remember the Guardian Angels had posted up too. They came up, and I
I
was
heard
even
about
looking
that too.
interested in doing that because I was like, man, like, I want to reverse this thing that that we did even to ourselves. Like, I mean, we never heard no little girls doing crazy shit like that. I mean, that's just disgusting
Nah,
to me. You know what I mean? But still in all,
yeah,
like, we were a part of a culture, right? So it's like, man, like, so that thing, yeah, it woke up a lot of people, man, and a lot of organizations were lifted up out of that situation, man. Um, it was crazy. It was sad, and man, it's horrible, horrible, horrible.
yeah. I was already here in Georgia when that happened, but
Mm,
I was um, I was real worried and concerned about my youngest one. Well, yes, my youngest sibling, my youngest sister, because she was in school when that happened. She was in Brentwood High School when that happened, and she
mm,
actually knew Kayla, you know.
wow.
And yeah, it was. I've always worried about it, till she graduated. I mean, till she finished school, and just after that, I felt a little bit more relieved because I knew none of my siblings was in school. Because when it comes to Brentwood, man, and the thing is that Brentwood, they have a lot of smart kids, man. But it's just like, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it was back in the day. Like, I don't know, they ain't do program for kids, for the youth, to try to keep these kids out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
Mm,
was something because I was lucky enough to stumble upon, you and Angelo, people who were like, yeah, well, my older brothers and shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? To try to guide us, through a whole different, state of mind. But unfortunately, a lot of people, bro, didn't get that opportunity, man.
nah, no, no.
And yeah, it's crazy, man, because
Mm,
Brentwood has a really powerful story, and I think we're definitely for episode number 12, man, to bring on, Jay Figures is pretty
yeah.
is gonna be interesting, man. For sure,
Yeah, definitely too, man. Just
especially
to have a third person, have somebody else, have
yeah,
their perspective and shit too. So like, I don't know, sometimes people hear things and they might hear us talking, might think that we're exaggerating certain shit. So like,
yeah,
I mean, I have never spoke to this dude in my life, but I already know what he's gonna say, and it's been the same shit we've been saying. You know what I'm saying, T?
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like, but it's
yeah,
cool to have another perspective on it, so people can see like that what we've been saying, man, is absolutely correct though. Like, you know,
yeah.
we ain't exaggerating shit beans about nothing, bro. Like,
Yeah,
nope.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have him on
Yeah,
because he's
cool.
he's a really good rapper too.
Mm.
Bro, you gotta
Uh-huh.
hear that song when he did that song, man. It touched my heart, man. And like I said, like I felt like, hey, at least somebody, you know, that's in the music industry, that's doing music. Cause I could have talked about it too, man. But I was living here in Georgia, and I wasn't trying to, saying step on nobody's toes.
Yeah.
I felt like if I would have done a song like that, it would have been different. It would have been more like, yeah, I would have honored, I would definitely honored the girls, may they rest in peace. But I
Yeah.
don't know, I might have said other few things on the record about it that's why I
Huh.
felt like, what I'm saying? He did a good job on that song. And actually, I want to play that song. I want to play that song on when we do the episode with him,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure,
Definitely.
because I want everybody to hear it. And it was a really good song. But
Cool.
anyways, um, I think that's it for today, man. We're gonna wrap it up.
Mm.
But for sure, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody. This is officially episode number 10, double digits. We hit the double digits. On last episode, I gave a big, humongous shout out to Los here, and I
Oh
want to
shit.
do it again because what I'm saying, I couldn't upload it, but I just want to let everybody know that Big Los, man, he's like my big brother, man,
That's what's up,
and
man.
he's been a part of my life like since I was like a teenager.
Mm.
I learned a lot from him, and this podcast, man, like it would never be the same, without him, because
Mm.
like of
So
the of the not only the information, man, but just like you like a real good caring dude, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Appreciate
like
it, man.
hard. You ain't gonna find people like that nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
And I got mad respect for you, bro, and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Being a part
Yeah,
of this,
bro.
man. It like is a it's humongous, man. And I'm looking forward to continuing to do episodes, with you as well, because if something happens tomorrow, man, where shit, I God forbid, I drop dead. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
Yeah,
episode number we left off, man. Now, in the future, my kids, your kids, can go
yeah,
back and listen to our voice, bro. Can go back and
yeah,
listen to it, like, what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes that for people to realize, like, yo, this, like, yo, that podcast was actually dope. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean,
And
man, I hear a lot of people just listening to a lot of craziness. You know what I mean? I be hearing, podcasts and they don't talk about half the shit that we speak about, bro. Like our conversations are real, man. Like, and this is what's
yeah,
important about it, leaving a footprint, where our kids can go back and hear something, man, and be like, wow, like, and we dropping jewels too. Sometimes we talk about, nah, I can't even say sometimes we don't talk about nothing because anytime we talking about something, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's important. And it's about
unless we're
growth, man.
unless we're talking about the Jets,
Oh yeah,
but
let's be talking about the Giants. There you go. Word. Or
I'm
Messi.
gonna see you
Or
Sunday,
Messi.
bro. I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, or Messi,
We
bro. Oh, yeah,
go
we're gonna
wait.
see each other Sunday, bro. That's a fact. The Rooney. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna get a little taste of that gangrene defense. Word.
Nah, man. New
Man,
York
y'all
is
better
blue,
bring your A
bro.
game, bro. I don't think Taylor gonna do it for you guys, man. Yeah.
New York's blue.
Oh man.
Yeah, but all right, man. Well, guys, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Honestly, much love, much respect. Stay safe, be safe,
Word.
stay vigilant, watch your back. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Stay on point. Keep your head on the swivel. Right,
That's no
Los?
fruit. All right, man. Y'all be safe, man. God bless.